What's up, motherfucker?
Hold on, I hope y'all watching this shit.
First round, real quick.
People that are in those training rooms with him know how good
Because he just knocks dudes out real quick in the first round.
Yeah, but now we're gonna get a good. I might fuck with this guy. He just, to me, I thought he was a con artist, just based off his look.
They're edge. Holy shit! What the hell just happened?
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to Easy Money Sports Betting Show, Friday, March 18th, 2022. Got a big show today. We're going to break down the Ncaa basketball games for today's slate of the March Madness tournament. Got a couple games going on right now. We'll break down the rest, and I'll give out my picks of the day. We'll also talk about the NBA slate of games that we have today. You have college wrestling national championships on. The quarterfinals are on ESPNU right now. It's a busy day in sports. Going to be a busy weekend in sports. If you're a sports fan, it's a great time to be alive. We're live. We are live every Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show. Come join us. We're giving out winners. We're also live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern with GSR Gonzo Sports Room. Both those shows are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. You can also find both them shows in podcast form on Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Also, we have a pro wrestling podcast, GWR Gonzo's Wrestling Room. New episodes drop every Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. You can find it at Gonzo's Wrestling Room on Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, most places you listen to podcasts. And you can also find the video version on our YouTube page at Gonzo's Sports Room. Again, new episodes drop every Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room. That's where we post all the information about our shows, including our daily picks from Easy Money, a sports betting show, interview announcements, live stream announcements, just anything to do with the show goes to our social media. So follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room. Check out our YouTube page. We got a lot of content on there. A lot of different content on our YouTube page. Go check it out. Whether you're a wrestling fan, a UFC fan, basketball, football, there's something on there for everybody. Please hit that subscribe button. We greatly appreciate it. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitch, please hit that follow button. We greatly appreciate that. All right, let's jump in. Let's jump into today's slate of games. First off, Loyola, Chicago, and Ohio State are playing right now. Ohio State is up 23-18 at halftime. Then you have Jacksonville State against Auburn. Jackson State is up 21-18 with 6 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half in that game. All right, then that's the only two games that are going on right now. Okay, there's no other games going on right now. Next game is at 1:45 p.m. Eastern. We have Montana State at Texas Tech. Montana State's a 14 seed. Texas Tech is a 3 seed. Montana State is 27-7. Or excuse me, before we do that, Texas Tech is a 15-point favorite. They're a minus 1,800 on the money line. Montana State is plus 980 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 132.5. Montana State is 27-7 on the season. This is their first time in the tournament since 1996. They're led by Bishop with 14 points per game. They've won 6 in a row, and they are 8-2 their last 10. Texas Tech is led by Williams with 14 points per game. They are 7-3 in their last 10 games. I like Texas Tech to win this game. I think 15 points is too many. What I would lean toward here is the under the 132.5 is what I would lean toward here. I almost say take Montana State at the plus 15. But then again, I just don't, man, that's just a lot. It's a lot of points. But I mean, Texas Tech could get hot. I don't know if I trust Montana State. So I'm going with the under the 132.5. Be my play in this game. Next game starts at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Yale against Purdue. Purdue is a 16-point favorite. Over-under for this game is set at 144. Yale averages 73 points per game. Defensively, they allow 71 points per game. They're led by Swain with 20 points per game. Purdue is 27-7. They average 85 points per game. They allow 67 points per game. They're led by Ivy with 17 points per game. Purdue lost in the Big Ten tournament championship game to Iowa. I think Purdue wins this game. I think 16 points is just too many points to lay. Both these teams can score points. So I'm going with the over the 144. Next game, we have Delaware against Villanova. This game will start at 2:45 p.m. Eastern time. Villanova is a 14.5-point favorite. They are minus 1,600 on the money line. Delaware is plus 850 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 135.5. Delaware is 22-12 on the season. They're led by Nelson Jr. at 14 points per game. They average scoring 74 points per game. Villanova is 26-7. They've won 5 in a row. They've won 10 of their last 11. 4 players average double digits. And they are led by Gillespie with 16 points a game, and they average 73 points per game. I like Villanova wins this game, but again, 14.5 points is too many points. But I do like the over the 135.5. Next game is Miami, Florida at USC. USC is a 2.5-point favorite. They are minus 140 on the money line. Miami is plus 116 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 139.5. Miami is 23-10 on the season. They average 75 points per game. They are 3-2 their last 5. They were led by Cameron McGusty with 18 points per game. Defensively, they allow 71 points per game. USC is 26-7. They score 75 points per game. They allow 63 points per game. They are strong defensively. They're led by Isaiah Mobley with 15 points per game. They are 2-3 in their last 5. I like USC in this game. They are the better defensive and rebounding team. I think that'll be the difference in this game. I like USC on the money line. Next game, we have Notre Dame against Alabama. This game starts at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Alabama is a 4-point favorite. They are minus 178 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 152.5. Notre Dame is 7-3 in their last 10. They're coming off a double overtime win over Rutgers in the first 4. Alabama is on a 3-game losing streak. They're led by Shackelford with 17 points per game. I just believe Notre Dame is playing better basketball right now. I like Notre Dame in this game. I'm going Notre Dame money line to plus 146. Alabama has been struggling. I just think Notre Dame is the hotter team, and they just got done playing a game. So they have that feel, the Ncaa feel, March Madness feel already. They've already got some of that nerves out where Alabama hasn't. So I'm predicting an upset here. I like Notre Dame here at the plus 146 on the money line. Next game, you have Virginia Tech against Texas. This game's at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Virginia Tech is Texas is a 1.5 point favorite, minus 126 on the money line. Virginia Tech is plus 105 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 125. Virginia Tech beat Duke their last game 82-67. They're 8-2 their last 10. They're led by Aluma with 16 points per game. They're on a 4-game winning streak. Texas coming off a loss to TCU. They're led by Allen with 12 points. I just think Virginia Tech is the better team right now and the hotter team. Since they got that win over Duke, they've been tough. I like Virginia Tech here. They beat Duke at 82-67. Their last game looked good in that championship game. So I'm taking Virginia Tech here on the money line. Another underdog. All right, next game we have is Chattanooga and Tennessee. Tennessee is a 8-point favorite. They're a minus 345 on the money line. Chattanooga is plus 270 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 136. Chattanooga is a 13 seed. Illinois is a 4 seed. Chattanooga is 27-7 on the season. They are led by Smith with 20 points per game, and they are 17-15 ATS this season. Illinois is 22-9 on the season. They are 3-2 the last 5. They're led by Cockburn with 21 points per game. They are 13-18 ATS. I think this is going to be a good game, but I like Illinois to win this game. My 8 points is right on the edge, but I'll take Illinois minus the 8. Cal State Fullerton at Duke. This game starts at 7:10 p.m. Eastern tonight. Duke is an 18.5 point favorite. Over under for this game is set at 145. Cal State Fullerton is 21-10 on the season. They're led by E.J. Anoski with 17 points per game, and they are 16-12-1 ATS. Duke is 28-6, 3-2 their last 5, 17-15-2 on the season ATS. They're led by Benchero with 17 points per game. I think Duke wins this game, but I think Cal State Fullerton covers. I like Cal State Fullerton at the plus 18.5. Next game is Wright State against Arizona. Arizona is a 21.5 point favorite. Over-under for this game is at 157. Rice State's the 11 seed. They've won 6 straight. They've won 7 of their last 10 games. They're 15-19 ATS. They're led by Holden at 20 points per game. Arizona is on a 6-game win streak. They're a number 1 seed. They're led by Mathurin with 17 points per game. They've won 9 of their last 10 games. 20-13-1 ATS. I like Arizona to win this game, but I'm not giving up 21.5. So it's a game I'd probably stay away from. Maybe lean toward the under the 157. Then you have Iowa State against LSU. LSU's a 3.5-point favorite. Minus 152 on the money line. Iowa State's plus 134 on the money line. Over-under for this game's at 129. Iowa State's on a 3-game losing streak. They have 2 players that average double digits. They're led by Brockington at 17 points per game. LSU is 3-4 their last 7. I think LSU has more talent and depth than what Iowa State does. I like LSU here on the money line. All right. Next game we have is UAB at Houston. Houston is an 8.5-point favorite. We're minus 410 on the money line. UAB is plus 315 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 137.5. UAB is a 12 seed. They're 27-7 on the season. They're on a 5-game winning streak. They're led by Jordan Walker at 20 points per game. They're 18-13-1 ATS this season, and they average 78 points per game. Houston is 29-5. They are a number 5 seed. They've won 4 of their last 5 games. They're led by Kyle Edwards at 14 points per game. They are 21-12 ATS, and they average 74 points per game. Houston wins this game. 8.5 is too many points to give up. But I like the over the 137.5 in this game. Next game is Davidson at Michigan. This game starts at 9:40 p.m. Eastern time. Davidson at Michigan State. Michigan State is a 1-point favorite, minus 114 on the money line. Davidson is minus 105 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 140.5. Davidson's a 10 seed. They are 27-6 on the season. They've won 4 of their last 5 games. They are 20-12 ATS on the season, and they're led by Lawyer with 17 points per game. Michigan State is a 7 seed. They are 22-12 on the season, 3-2 their last 5. They're led by Brown at 11 points per game. They are 18-16 ATS this season. And Michigan State's defense allows 69 points per game. I like Michigan State in this game at the minus 114 on the money line. All right. Next game we have is Colgate against Wisconsin. Wisconsin is a 7.5-point favorite. They're minus 320 on the money line. Colgate is plus 255 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 139.5. Colgate's on a 15-game win streak, 14-6 ATS their last 20 games. Wisconsin is led by Davis at 20 points per game. Wisconsin is on a 2-game losing streak. So Colgate's coming in hot. I like Colgate here at the plus 7.5. I can see Wisconsin winning this game, but I think this is going to be a close game. So I would take Colgate plus 7.5 in this game. Then we have TCU at Seton Hall, or against Seton Hall, I should say. Seton Hall's a 1.5-point favorite, minus 126 on the money line. TCU is plus 105 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 128.5. This is a 9 versus 8 game. TCU is 20-12 on the season. They are 4-6 their last 10 games. They have 3 players average double digits, and they're led by Miles at 15 points per game. Seton Hall is 7-3 their last 10 games. 2 players average double digits, and Road leads the team with 16 points per game. I think it's going to be a real close game. I actually favor TCU here on the money line. All right, that is all of the college basketball games for today. All right, let's move over to the NBA. A pretty good slate of NBA games. Real quick before we move over to the NBA, quick score update. Loyola 18, Ohio State 23, just starting the second half. Auburn's up 36-27 on Jackson State with 49 seconds left in the first half. That's the only 2 games going on right now. All right. In the NBA, first game is the Dallas Mavericks at the Philadelphia 76ers. The Sixers are a 3.5-point favorite, minus 162 on the money line. The Mavericks are plus 136 on the money line. Over-under for this game set at 217. The Mavs have been hot. They're on a 5-game win streak. The Sixers have won 7 of their last 10. So both these teams have been playing good basketball. I just think the Mavericks are a little been playing a little better right now. But what I really like here is the over the 217. Next game is the Portland Trailblazers at the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets are 14.5-point favorites. Over-under for this game is set at 227.5. Portland is 26-42 on the season. They're on a 2-game losing streak. They average scoring 107 points per game. They they give up 114 points per game. And they are 2-7 ATS their last 9. The Nets are 36-34. They average 112 points per game. They are 4-1 ATS their last 5. They allow 112 points per game. The Brooklyn Nets win this game, but 14.5 points is too many points to give up. I would lean toward the under the 227.5 in this game. All right, next game in the NBA tonight at 7:40 p.m. Eastern is the Los Angeles Lakers at the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors are 9-point favorites at home. They're minus 420 on the money line. LA is plus 320 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 224.5. The Lakers are 29-40 on the season. Have not been playing good basketball. They're on the verge of not making the playoffs. They're right on the edge of the play-in tournament right now. They are 9-23 on the road this season. LeBron James is questionable tonight with some knee soreness. And the Lakers are 1-5 ATS their last 6. So Lakers have been struggling. Where the Raptors are coming in hot. They are 39-30 on the season. They've won 5 games in a row, and they're 5-0 ATS their last 5. I like the Raptors to win this game, but I just can't give up 9 points. But I would lean toward the over the 224.5. All right, next game. You have the Memphis Grizzlies at the Atlanta Hawks. The Grizzlies are 5-point favorites on the road. They're minus 210 on the money line. The Hawks are plus 175 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 237.5. The Grizzlies are 48-22 on the season. They're on a 4-game win streak. Morant's questionable tonight. Think back. They were 11-4 ATS their last 15 as a road favorite. The Hawks are 22-13 at home. 0-7 ATS their last 7 games. The Hawks are good offensively, but don't play much defense. The Grizzlies have been playing well. I like the Grizzlies to win this game, but I like the Grizzlies at the -5. Next game is the Washington Wizards at the New York Knicks. The Knicks are 6-point favorites at home. They're -240 on the money line. The Wizards are +198 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 225. The Wizards are 29-39. They're on a 5-game losing streak. They are 7-19-1 ATS their last 27 road games. The Knicks are 29-40 on the season. 7-0 ATS their last 7. Coming off a win over the Portland Trailblazers. The Knicks are the better team here. I like the Knicks at the -6. Then you have the Denver Nuggets at the Cleveland Cavaliers. This should be a good game. The Nuggets are 2.5-point favorites on the road. They're -144 on the money line. Cavs are +122 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 226. Nuggets are 42-28 on the season. They've won 2 in a row. They average 111 points per game, but they are only 2-4 ATS their last 6. The Cavs are 39-30. They're led by Garland, and they average scoring 107 points per game. I like the Nuggets on the money line in this game. Then we have the OKC Thunder at the Miami Heat. The Heat are 16.5-point favorites. Over-unders at 218. The Thunder are 20-49 on the season. They're on a 7-game losing streak, and they average scoring 103 points per game. The Heat are 46-24. They average 109 points per game. They're 6-3 ATS their last 9. They allow giving up 104 points per game, and the Heat have good depth. Tyler Hero is probably the 6th man of the year. I like the Heat in this game, but not at -16.5. That's just too many points. This game is the Indiana Pacers at the Houston Rockets. 2 teams that are not very good. Even though I'm a Pacer fan, but we're not very good. We're in rebuild mode right now. But the Pacers are 4-point favorites on the road. They're -168 on the money line. The Rockets are +142 on the money line. Over-under is at 243. Pacers are 23-47 on the season. They're on a 2-game losing streak. Pacers blew their team up around the trade deadline. And even with that, bringing in Halliburton and Hill, they still haven't been healthy. Brogdon has been in and out of the lineup. They traded away LeVert. So Pacers are not a very good team right now. They allow 113 points per game. They score 111, and they are 6-12 ATS their last 18. Houston is 17-52. They're on a 3-game losing streak. They average 109 points per game. They allow 118. And the over-under they're 1-4 ATS their last 5. I like the Pacers on the money line to -168 to pick up a win. And I also like the under the 243. Then we have the Pelicans at the Spurs. The Spurs are 2.5-point favorites at home. They're minus 136 on the money line. The Pelicans are plus 118 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 237. The Pelicans are 28-41 on the season. They're led by C.J. McCollum at 27 points per game. They're 1-5 ATS their last 6. They average scoring 108 points per game, and Brandon Ingram is out for tonight's game. Spurs are 27-43. They average 113 points per game. They are 1-4 ATS their last 5. I like the Spurs in this game. Without Ingram, I think the Pelicans are going to struggle. I'll lean toward the Spurs here at the money line. Clippers at the Utah Jazz. Clippers are the Jazz are 5.5-point favorites. They are minus 220 on the money line. Clippers are plus 188 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 213.5. Clippers are 36-36 on the season. They're 2-3 their last 5. They're 2-5 straight up their last 7. They're led by Reggie Jackson at 17 points per game. Jazz are 43-26, 3-2 their last 5, led by Mitchell with 26 points per game. They're 3-8-1 ATS their last 12. I like the Jazz here at the minus 6. Clippers have been battling too many injuries and just aren't consistent enough. The Celtics against the Kings. Celtics are 10-point favorites. Over-under is 224.5. The Celtics have lost 4 of their last 5, but they are 6-1. Yeah, 6-1 ATS. The Kings have lost 4 of their last 5. They have 5 players on their team average double digits. They're 1-5 straight up their last 6. I like the Celtics to win this game, but 10 points is just too many points to give up. And then we have the Chicago Bulls at the Phoenix Suns. The Suns are 5.5-point favorites, minus 230 on the money line. The Bulls are plus 190 on the money line, and over-under for this game is set at 231.5. Bulls are 41-28 on the season. They're coming off a loss to Utah. They're on a 2-game losing streak. They are 3-7 their last 10, and they were 16-18 this season on the road. The Suns are 56-14 on the season. They're on a 3-game winning streak, 7-3 their last 10, and 4-1 ATS their last 5. The Suns have kept it rolling even without Chris Paul. They were even without Booker there for a couple games. Now they're without Cam Johnson, but Booker's back. But Devin Booker is a dog. He's been balling. I like the Suns here. At the I'm gonna go with I'll go with the minus 5.5. I probably won't go any higher than that because the Bulls are a good team. But I think the Suns are just going to be able to push the pace and outscore the Bulls in this game. All right, that's all the NBA games. So we'll get to my picks of the day. If you're just joining us, we broke down all the college basketball games, March Madness games before we done the NBA. So we'll go back through, and I'll give out my picks of the day. But before we do that, quick score update. Ohio State 33, Loyola Chicago 23, 14 minutes and 15 seconds left in the second half. Auburn 39, Jackson State 27 at halftime. We have another game starting here in about 5 minutes, Montana State and Texas Tech. But all right, my picks for today are USC money line, Notre Dame money line, Virginia Tech money line, Illinois minus 8, Cal State Fullerton plus 18.5, LSU money line, All right. And then in the NBA, I like the Dallas Mavericks. Money line. Or no, excuse me. Mavericks and 76ers over 217. The Grizzlies -5. The Denver Nuggets money line. The Indiana Pacers money line. And the Utah Jazz -6. All right. So to recap, my picks for today are Utah Jazz -6. Pacers money line. Nuggets money line. Grizzlies -5. The Mavs money line. LSU money line. Illinois -8. Cal State Fullerton plus 18.5. Virginia Tech money line. Notre Dame money line. USC money line. So that's my picks for today. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Don't forget, we will be live tonight with GSR Gonzo Sports Room, so come join us for that. GSR Gonzo Sports Room will be live tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll recap the Ncaa Basketball tournament today. Talk about some of the top stories in sports. So come join us tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at Gonzo Sports Room. Don't forget, we're live Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show, live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Come join us. We're giving out winners. We're also live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, usually at 7 p.m. Eastern, but sometimes we change it. Like I said, tonight it's going to be 11 p.m. Eastern, so we can kind of recap some of the college basketball. That show's also live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Both shows are available in podcast form on all major podcast platforms. We also have a new pro wrestling podcast out, GWR Gonzo's Wrestling Room. You can find it at Gonzo's Wrestling Room on all major podcast platforms. Plus, if you'd like to watch the video version of it, you can find it at Gonzo's on our YouTube at Gonzo's Sports Room. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube. We greatly appreciate it. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitch, please hit the like and follow buttons. We greatly appreciate that as well. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Make sure you follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. That's where we post all of our big announcements about our show, interview announcements, big show announcements. Everything goes there. Speaking of show announcements, don't forget, tomorrow night, Shelbyville, Indiana, Shamrock Shenanigans. New Era Pro Wrestling presents Shamrock Shenanigans. It's going to be a great pro wrestling show. If you can't get to Shelbyville, Indiana at the Boys and Girls Club, we will be streaming it live on our YouTube and Twitch channels at Gonzo Sports Room. So come join us for that on Saturday. Then on Monday, owner of AACW, All-American Championship Wrestling, Shane Calsert, also known as JH Hogg, will be joining us. Talk about AACW's upcoming show on April 9th and other news and stuff that's going on in the AACW. Should be a great conversation. So come join us Monday for that. Be safe this weekend. If you're a sports fan, there's plenty of sports on this weekend. You should be in heaven. We will see you guys hopefully tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern. If not, we will see you Monday morning. Or no, we will see you Saturday evening with a pro wrestling show. But we'll be back with Easy Money, a sports betting show Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Be safe. Enjoy your weekend. Peace.